Hello friends, today is Sunday the 21st October of 2018. Today we will see the fourth stanza. Before we begin, Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Let's begin. The fourth stanza. Let me recite here. Probably I will not recite anymore. Only this lecture. In this lecture, I will recite it from my mind, from the ensuing lectures. I will not recite it, but we will directly go into the slides. Yeah. So okay. Let's see the slides here. Yeah. So the stanza 4 is called as Lobha-Mūla Cittāni, or the greed-rooted consciousness. Lobha is greed, rooted is Mūla. Cittāni means consciousnesses. Citta means consciousness. Okay, so it goes like this. This is the one. Tata katamam kamavacharam sommanasa sahagatam dittigata sampayuttam asankarikamakam sommanasa sahagatam dittigata sampayuttam sasankarikamakam sommanasa sahagatam dittigata vipayuttam asankarikamakam sommanasa sahagatam dittigata vipayuttam sasankarikamakam. And still it goes. Upekka sagatam dittigata sampayuttam asankarikamakam. Upekka sagatam dittigata sampayuttam sasankarikamakam. Upekka sagatam dittigata vipayuttam asankarikamakam. Upekka sagatam dittigata vipayuttam sasankarikamakam. Imani athapi lobha sahagata Cittāni nama. So this is the one. What I have done here is I have given different colors for the different words which are existing, which are in the complex words. So let's analyze soon. Let's go into the subject first of greed. So friends, let's go into the, give me a minute. Here. So here, this is the slide for chittas at a glance. So in this we have two major divisions. One is the mundane chittas, or the lokiya chittas, lokiya Cittāni, which are occurring in the 31 planes of existences, and chittas or consciousness. These are consciousnesses that exist in the 31 planes of existence, 31 worlds, different world systems, or Buddhist, which is occurring in the Buddhist cosmology, and Buddha has explained about this, has talked about this. And then there comes the supramundane, or the lokuttara Cittāni, which are the consciousnesses that you can see among individuals who are destined to have entered the stream of the Buddha, These are 4 in number and actually 8 in number. These are the chittas, and then the fruits of the chittas, four fruits, and four path chittas. Okay, let's first go. Let's see this mundane chittas or the lokiya chittas. In this, what we are going to see is here the sensual sphere rooted unwholesome chittas. Here I have shown the roots because these are having strong roots, and this comes under this 3 in number: greed rooted chittas, hatred rooted chittas, and delusion rooted chittas. It comes in the sensual sphere chittas, kamavachara Cittāni, which is 3 in number. There are 3 classes here, and we will see the lowest one, and rooted ones, unrooted, unwholesome ones. This is 12 in number, akusala Cittāni. This is akusala is unwholesome chittas which are rooted. The total is 12 here, and it's divided into 8, 1 to 8 in the greed rooted chittas, 9 and 10, 2 in number in the hatred rooted chittas, and then 11 and 12 which are 2 in number in the Moha-Mūla Cittāni, or the delusion rooted chittas. So let's go to the next slide. So it's the same thing, and you have to know that these chittas are non-jubilant chittas, or it doesn't give happiness, much happiness. It doesn't give the jubilant feeling here, and it is very dangerous, all 3 of them. So we have in the past lectures we have also seen the bhumi. We have seen the plane here, in the sensual sphere plane, which is corresponding to the kamavachara Cittāni. We can see this 3 rooted chittas, rooted unwholesome chittas. Let's see where it is generally occurring. It's occurring in the 4 awful planes, in the human plane, and sometimes it's also it can exist in other planes. It can of course exist in any planes actually, because any chitta can occur in any plane, irrespective of the plane. It can occur. That is why we are able to access the higher chittas, blissful chittas, by meditation. We can, by meditation, access the higher chittas, the higher mental states, higher consciousnesses of higher beings. And we are here in the number 5, which is the human plane, or our world is here. And below us are the titans, asuras, and then the ghosts. Of course, asuras and ghosts share our world. Animals share our world. The hell is just below us, and Buddha told it is below, inside the earth, probably inside the earth, and that's all I have information about it. We will see about the different types of hells in the future. And then the 6 sensual heavens are here, which is above us, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. These are called as sensuous blissful plane, which includes our plane and above us. Yes. Okay, so this is what we are going to see here in this akusala Cittāni, or the sensual sphere, unwholesome rooted chittas. We will see the greed rooted chittas first before seeing the hatred rooted chittas and the delusion rooted chittas here. And also we have also seen the population. As we go down, the population increases. As we go up, the population decreases. So we have to remember that in the Kamavachara Bhumi, or the sensual sphere plane, or where the sensual sphere chittas or the Kamavachara Cittani occurs, the population is very high. As we go into the hell realm, for example, animals, as we know, the population is too high, and below hell even more higher. And ghosts, or of course the population is high, but we cannot see them very much. Yeah, this is the population pyramid for the Buddhist cosmology, and Buddhist cosmology, or it is called as the study of planes and the beings that are existing in the 31 planes of existence. Yeah. Now let's go to greed first. So this is the Lobha, or the fire of greed, and this fire of greed I have denoted by with a fire, Lobha fire, and then this danger symbol. So I have actually used this danger symbol and then the fire for all the rooted chittas, the unwholesome rooted chittas. So yeah, now again coming here, what we can see is in the core there is delusion all the time. Delusion is ignorance of the Four Noble Truths of the Buddha. So ignorance is always in the core, and on top of it the greed arises. The greed arises because of the delusion. The mind is actually deluded, and it is not able to know that the external object that is presented to the five senses and the mind is neutral in nature. But as soon as what happens is, as soon as the object is presented through the five sense doors of seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, and touching. Touching is through the body, and then through the mind door. As soon as the object is presented, we tend to cling to it because we fail to understand the true nature of things. We suddenly try to cling to the object, and then the consciousness of greed arises. So here what we have to know is let's how the consciousness arises is when the object is presented to the senses, five sense organs, and the mind. Then the particular type of consciousness arises. Actually, it is called as the consciousness stream. Set of consciousnesses that is associated to it, which arises within a billionth of a second. Let's go further. Let's see the two types of feelings that arise due to this due to this greed, lobha. Because of delusion, the greed arises, and the mind and the consciousness of greed arises as the mind tries to cling to the object that is presented to the five sense doors and the mind. And then we have two types of feelings. That one is joy and the other one is equanimity. Sometimes we feel joyous when we see the object, when we hear this particular sound or something. Then sometimes we feel equanimous. Let's go further. So what is greed is of three major types. First one is the subtle liking. We tend to as soon as the object is presented, we develop a liking. Why we develop a liking the other factor is memory itself, which we will see later. But so the liking is developed for that object, and then it solidifies to an intense passion, and then it solidifies to attachment. So we can take the example of a couple moving into, say, marriage. It's a classic example of greed. Greed for possessing the other person's body, or other person's everything, the moods, whatever is associated with the other person. So what happens is, for example, let's see. For example, a man sees a woman, and if he finds that she is beautiful or attractive, suddenly he develops a subtle liking for her. And then if he begins to meet her or see her every day, repeatedly, every day for a particular for a certain amount of time, and the subtle liking solidifies to intense passion for her, and this passion is actually liking itself, which is multiplied 1,000 times or more. And then at this stage he is not able to live without meeting her, without seeing her, without hearing her voice directly or over the phone. He's not able to live if he wants to suddenly stay away from her. He might get mad, and he might develop an intense feeling of sadness here. That is which is opposite of the feeling associated here is joy and equanimity. And the opposite of that, if the object is removed, the opposite will come. We will see about it later, which is in the which comes in the hatred. So the next one, after the passion is increased a lot towards that object, here the woman, a beautiful woman here, for example, and then the man develops an intense attachment to the woman, and then I suppose at this stage, at the end of this stage, the man tries to propose her and tries to win her for marriage. And then in the attachment stage, he is already married and he is having kids, and he starts to live with her. And so this is a classic example I have given. I'm giving for understanding the three stages of greed, lobha. So let's revisit greed again, and try to find out the feelings. One is joy and equanimity. So here this is joy and equanimity. I have put the brain here because it is purely associated with the mind. So joy is called as Sommanasa. Sommanasa is happy. Manasa is mind or the mental state, which is joy. Sommanasa. And then the equanimity state, I have given the symbol of sort of an alien without any sort of feeling here, which is also occurring in the mind. So here it's Abhdhamma sukha, which is the equanimous state, which is not dukkha. Dukkha is unhappiness, not unhappiness. Nor sukha is joy, joy or happiness. No, so it's not unhappiness or not happiness. So it's the middle state. So it's called Abhdhamma sukha. So let's go to the before moving to the hatred, let's again visit the three types of feelings here. Sorry, three types of feelings that is generally arising in the mind. One is the pleasant feeling, which we saw is the Sommanasa. It can be also called as the joyous feeling, and joyous feeling is here is the Sommanasa. And then the opposite feeling is Dommanasa. Dom means is unpleasant or unpleasant feeling. Dommanasa here, which is occurring in the mind. And then the middle feeling, not happy or not sad or not happy also, which is the middle state, which is the equanimity state, or Abhdhamma sukha state is called as Vedana. Different three types of Vedana, the feelings that is occurring in the mind as soon as any object is presented to the five sense organs and the mind. So now one more thing, let's find out here. Let's find what it is. It's called as Sankara. Sankara. This word is called as prompting. Prompting is called Sankara. It is taken in the sense of prompting. And there is two types of meanings that is associated here. One is the Payoga. Payoga is actually used in the broader sense of using or inducing or prompting, which is called as Payoga. And another is called Upaya. Upaya is having a narrow sense, narrow application of the using is used in a particular situation and not in all situations, so it's called as Upaya. So Sankara, prompting, can be the meaning can be taken as Payoga or Upaya. So Upaya is for particular situation, and Payoga is called as general use or general prompting, and this is for a particular prompting or for particular situations. So let's see the three types of promptings that can be done to anybody, any living being or any satta. Satta means a living being who has a mind and body, who has a mind and body. So the prompting Sankara is can generally come from yourself, your own self, from your own mind, or from others, generally from others. and the prompting can be verbal in nature, can be bodily prompting, and then another one is purely mental prompting through the mind directly. Through the mind is generally I think the god Mara, who is the lord of all desires, who was won by the Buddha on the day of enlightenment, does this type of prompting, which is the purely mental prompting. Is like telling in the mind directly to prompt in the mind to do a particular bad action, which is rooted in greed, hatred, or delusional action. So the other one is what we do is bodily prompting and the verbal prompting. So verbal prompting is instructions, verbal instructions, and the bodily prompting is by touching or pushing to do something. Sometimes we push somebody to push them to do something. So let's move to the table here. In the table, I have divided this table of this rooted consciousnesses into three sections. The first section is of the greed. Here it's the greed rooted consciousnesses, which are 1 to 8 in number, and then the hatred rooted consciousness is 2 in number. Delusion rooted consciousness is 2 in number. Now we will see the 8 consciousnesses that are coming under the greed rooted consciousness. So here the root is greed, and the symbol I have used is danger symbol, and then the fire of greed. So the feelings that are arising is 2 in number, joy and equanimity, which we saw here as the feelings is here, joy and equanimity. So manasa and dukkha sukha feeling comes here. So in the joyous feeling we have these 4 types of chittas that are occurring. First 4. So one is the first one is associated with wrong view, and then dissociated with wrong view again. So it's like this. This is associated with wrong view and dissociated with nothing. And then prompting is no prompting, and prompting is here with the uprisen thumb here, thumb hand. So it's Chitta 1 and Chitta 2. So in the joyous feeling, dissociated with wrong view. So the classic example here will be a thief, for example. A thief is on the market, and as soon as he sees the purse of a person, he develops a joyous feeling. He or she, for example, develops a joyous feeling, and imagine he is having the wrong view of stealing a purse is not wrong. Stealing a purse is not wrong, and nobody is prompting, but he suddenly, on seeing the purse, he just grabs it and runs away. So it's the Chitta 1, this type of Chitta, which is consciousness, which is forming in the mind at the time of executing this action, is called as is the Chitta number 1, which is rooted in greed. And the second one is again the thief is the thief is seeing the purse and has the wrong view that stealing a purse is nothing wrong, and then suddenly his associate is another thief, and he prompts to take it, to steal it. Come on, steal it, something like that, through verbal or by pushing or indicating through touch. And suddenly he executes the action, executes the greed by stealing the purse. Hence is chitta number 2. This type of consciousness that is arising through prompting is the chitta number 2. And through the greed rooted again, in the third one, for the third chitta, is the dissociated with wrong view, doesn't have the wrong view, and without prompting the action is completed. For example, here the classic example, what I would say is a monkey. So here, okay, let's take it as a thief who on seeing a purse doesn't have the wrong view. He knows that stealing a purse is wrong. So let's do it like this. The monkey which doesn't know that, which has the wrong view, that stealing the food or stealing the purse is nothing wrong, and with prompting and without prompting it's doing. And okay, let's go to this one now. The thief is not having the wrong view, or for example a person who is on the street and who is not a thief generally, and suddenly sees a diamond ring, for example, diamond something, or a valuable thing which someone has on the bag, but the zip is not closed, for example, on the bag, and the person is not noticing. And then this person clearly knows that taking that valuable thing is wrong, so it is dissociated with wrong view. So wrong view is not there, but still anyway takes the valuable thing. So it's chitta number 3. And then another person, the same person develops joy when he or she sees the bag which is open, which is having a valuable thing, and clearly knows that stealing is a wrong thing, taking it is a wrong thing, but his friend or associate pushes him to do it, and he or she to do it, and then he executes the action. So it's chitta number 4. This type of consciousness that is arising is chitta number 4. So let me summarize again. For the joyous feeling, the person for the first two has the wrong view that stealing is not wrong, and for the other two is clear that stealing is wrong, but executes the action with prompting and without prompting. Here for the first two is he doesn't know that, he or she doesn't know that stealing is wrong and executes the action. So here the first 4 types of chittas that arise. And then for the other 4 we have the equanimous feeling that arises. So when the object is presented, for example, a person goes to a restaurant and just orders a tea, Imagine and let's consider that the person doesn't doesn't is not feeling joyful at the moment of having the tea. So that's that type of so, and here the wrong view. Let's consider another example. For example, let's go to the example later. Let's now first see the feeling equanimity with associated with the wrong view, and then wrong view without prompting, and without prompting is the chitta number 5 and chitta number 6. And then here with equanimity, for example, I think let's can consider and then without wrong view, and then without prompting and with prompting, here chitta number 7 and chitta number 8. So what we will do is we will see an example for equanimity and joy here for the greed-rooted consciousness in the ensuing lecture here. So these are the first 4 chittas that are arising, which is producing the feeling of joy, and chitta number 5 to chitta number 8, the feeling associated with equanimity. So let's go to the slide again. So here, this is the one. So here what we can see is Lobha-Mūla Cittāni is the greed-rooted consciousness. Tatha katamam kamavacharam. What we say as kamavacharam, or what is kamavacharam? So here it's 8, but we will we will see. So the first one is sommanasa. Sommanasa is joyous feeling. Joy as we can see here is it's the joyous feeling, or the mental feeling is pleasant feeling, joyous feeling. Sommanasa is joyous feeling. Sahagata is arising together, we have joy with ditthigata. Ditti is wrong view. Ditthigata sampayuttam. So it is yuttam, payuttam, or payuttam or yuttam. Sampayuttam means arising together with wrong view, and is no, without sankhara. Sankhara is without prompting, is 1. Ekam is 1. Sankharam is without prompting. Sankharikam is without prompting, is 1. And then sommanasa, second one is sommanasa sahagatam, is joy is arising, is with wrong view. Ditthigata sampayuttam is with wrong view. Sasankarsa is with prompting. Sankharikam is with prompting. Ekam is 1. The third one is sommanasa sahagatam, is with joy again. And then ditthigata vipayuttam. Ditthigata, ditti is let's see. So ditti is in the prompting, so it's ditti is wrong view, without wrong view. Here there is no wrong view, without wrong view, dissociated with wrong view. Ditthigata, vipayuttam. Vipa is opposite, and dissociated with wrong view. Asankharikam ekam. Asankharikam is without prompting, is 1. and Sommanasa Sahagatam Dittigata Vipayuttam Sasankarikam with prompting is 1. So with joy, joy is there, and with the arising of with the dissociation or dissociating with wrong view, with prompting Sasankarikam is 1. And then the next one is the other 4 here. Is the other 4, which is the feeling of equanimity is there, which is chitta number 5, 6, 7 and 8 here. For this we have the upeka. Upeka is equanimity. Sahagatam is together with equanimity it arises. Dittigata sampayuttam. Upeka is there, associated with ditti is wrong view. Asankarikam ekam is without prompting is 1. Ekam is 1. So same is upeka sahagatam dittigata sampayuttam sasankarikam with prompting. This one is without prompting, this one is with prompting is 1 ekam. So is again upeka sahagatam is equanimity is there, and dittigata vipayuttam is not associated with wrong view, with ditti. Asankarikam and no prompting is there. Asankarikam is no prompting is there. And then upeka sahagatam dittigata vipayuttam sasankarikam ekam is in equanimity and wrong view, dissociated with wrong view, or not associated with wrong view, but sasankarikam with sankarikam is with prompting is 1. So imani, these are imani. Atta 8, atta p is atta 8. Lobha Sahagata is with the help of which is Lobha, greed. Lobha Sahagata Cittāni nama, which is arising because of the root of Lobha or greed. These are all the 8. So with regard to the examples, we will see it in the last slide, when we close this these great rooted consciousnesses, which are 12 in number. We will see the examples. Now we are just having having an overlook of it. We are just having the broad outline of it. So let's finish this lecture. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Let all beings be happy and get whatever they want. And by this lecture, whatever the good karma, whatever the good things I have amassed, let it be shared among everybody. Let it be shared equally to all beings, and let it give a good and happy state for everybody, for in the mind, and let them be peaceful wherever they are. And voluntarily, I also forgive all the beings who might have done some wrong to me in all the existences before, in the past, present, and of course in the future. And I ask forgiveness from all the beings from the past, from all my existences from the past, present, and future, to forgive me, to release me from the debt of the bad karma that I might have done to them, and let everyone achieve the nibbana, which the Buddha has achieved. And yeah, let's close it here. Thank you for watching.